This story right here shows that Trump still has a tiny little bit of self-awareness in terms of electoral politics. So this is in Mediaite. Trump team sends enforcers into rally crowd to shut down QAnon salutes. Says they are not security, but guest management. So we have some pictures here. Now, you can see a whole bunch of people in the crowd with one finger up. They did this, the people at his previous rally did this, a lot of them did it, and some people were saying, oh, it looks like they're doing like a Nazi salute. So it's not a Nazi salute. Everybody knows what the Nazi salute is, like the arm erect and straight. This is like the arm up with one finger showing. And apparently what this means is where we go one, we go all. It's like the phrase of the QAnon movement. So you can see here at the last rally, like almost everybody had that one finger up, and there were articles written like, Jesus Christ, like Trump's rallies now are just like a QAnon rally. People have gone full conspiracy theory. So now, apparently Trump saw those headlines, didn't like the optics of his entire rally crowd being like super duper fringe. And so now you can see like jack dude with tattoos going to tell people in the audience like, hey man, put your finger down. We're not doing that right now. So here's what they say. Staffers for former President Donald Trump sent guest management with shirts that had security printed on them into a rally crowd to enforce a ban on the QAnon salutes that got so much attention last week. The political world has been buzzing about that strange rally scene last week in which Trump supporters performed a one-finger salute during a trance-like portion of Trump's speech scored to dramatic music. Trump held another rally in Wilmington, North Carolina Friday night, where a correspondent for PBS NewsHour, Lisa Desjardins, spotted some of those salutes and the aforementioned guest management technicians. In an extensive thread on the rally, Desjardins posted video of the crowd and noted, quote, and this happened again, though less widespread. So there were people who put up that one finger, but it was less than the last rally, according to this journalist here. Ms. Desjardins then confirmed the meaning of the salute and the reason for its decreased prevalence. Quote, confirmed with people at Trump rally who held one finger up that they meant it as a symbol of QAnon's where we go one, we go all, and further. Security staff here fanned out and told people to take down their fingers. That is a reason why, maybe main reason, we saw fewer, she wrote. So that's interesting. Trump staffers with uniforms and radios and shirts that said security were spotted telling irate fingerers to knock it off. And we have an example, a specific example here that she was able to catch. So you see the person with the finger up. This guy goes and talks to him. So they continue, but Team Trump took pains to insist they were not security guards. Quote, addition, Trump rally staff told me the folks in the olive shirts and black pants were not security, but guest management. I don't know why they're bothering to like make a distinction there. But, okay, so now this is interesting because Trump, ever since he's been out of office, it's my belief, based on basically everything he's said and done, he has gotten more and more extreme as time has gone by. And he's listening to more and more fringe voices, because it's the fringe voices that are telling him what he wants to hear. A good example of this is after he lost the election, opinion within his inner circle was split between people who said, hey dude, you lost the election, suck it up, it's just a fact, and people who were like, no, you were cheated and there was fraud and Biden stole it. And a lot of the lawyers on the White House staff said, no, it wasn't stolen. Bill Barr said, no, it wasn't stolen. Ivanka apparently believed, no, it wasn't stolen. But you had people like General Flynn who were around Trump who was saying, yeah, it was stolen. Sidney Powell, yeah, it was stolen. Lynn Wood or whatever his name is, yeah, it was stolen. Rudy Giuliani, yeah, it was stolen. And we were able to stave off the worst possible scenario because Mike Pence had a shred of integrity. But since he's left office, all he's hearing is from the peanut gallery saying, yeah, it was stolen, yeah, it was stolen, yeah, it was stolen. And so that has now culminated in, as he self-disenfranchises more and becomes more and more extreme, it is the most extreme people, even more extreme than 2016, 2018, who are coming to his rallies. And so, look at this. This happened just recently. Trump woke up and went on a 60-post QAnon-fueled social media spree. So, over on Truth Social, which already self-selects for a more right-wing audience, the people who Trump retruths are like almost all QAnon psychos. And these are the people who suck Trump off the hardest, and so these are the people who he likes the most. And so just to, brush everybody up, because we've talked about QAnon a number of times, but sometimes it's good to go back to basics here. Just for everybody who, might not know the specifics of it, QAnon is an American political conspiracy theory and political movement. It originated in the American far-right political sphere in 2017. QAnon centers on false claims made by an anonymous individual or individuals known as Q. Those claims have been relayed, developed, and supplemented by numerous communities and influencers associated with the movement. The core QAnon theory is that a cabal of satanic, cannibalistic, sexual abusers of children operating a global child sex trafficking ring conspired against former U.S. President Donald Trump during his term in office. Satanic, cannibalistic, sexual abusers. QAnon has direct roots in Pizzagate, an internet conspiracy theory that appeared 1 year earlier. It also incorporates elements of many other theories. Some experts have described QAnon as a cult. Followers of the conspiracy theory say that the Trump administration secretly fought the cabal of pedophiles and would conduct mass arrests and executions of thousands of cabal members on a day known as the Storm or the Event. QAnon supporters have named Democratic politicians, Hollywood actors, high-ranking government officials, business tycoons, and medical experts as members of the cabal. QAnon has also claimed that Trump stimulated the conspiracy theory of Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election to enlist Robert Mueller to join him in exposing the sex trafficking ring and to prevent a coup d'etat by Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and George Soros. QAnon is described as an anti-Semitic or rooted in anti-Semitic tropes due to its fixation on Jewish financier George Soros and conspiracy theories about the Rothschild family, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I mean, this is going gonzo type stuff, man. Satanic, cannibalistic, child sex abusers. Now, by the way, you might hear bits and pieces of this and say, well, some of that seems reasonable because Jeffrey Epstein was a thing, right? That was real. Who was an associate of Jeffrey Epstein? Who was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein? Who would hang out with Jeffrey Epstein at parties and talk about how that girl's hot and that girl's cute? Donald Trump. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, all these elites were with Jeffrey Epstein. So the idea that he's secretly fighting... Okay, Donald Trump doing anything secretly is a joke. The guy has never done anything secret in his entire life. He's not secretly fighting a pedophile ring of satanic child abusers who are also cannibals. God damn it, man. This shit is crazy. Barack Obama was going to stage a coup. Like, what are we talking about here? These are the people that Trump is now snuggling up with. And again, it's not because he intellectually agrees with all of their various theories. No, it's a lot more simple than that. These are the people who suck Trump off the most, so he likes them the most. That's why he's retruthing them. That's why they're showing up to all of his rallies. But understand, what we are seeing here in real time is the Republican base getting more and more and more extreme, and Trump getting more and more and more extreme. And now he's actively flat out playing to this crowd, because that's where he gets the most positive reinforcement. So, take it for what it's worth, man. Keep all of it in mind. This is what's going on with him. And look, the Republicans are in a pickle, because Trump is the most popular. He's the most likely to win the primary. I put him at like 60% against DeSantis at this moment. But if he wins the primary, he can't win the general. This is not the Trump of 2016, who ran on some populist themes along with his bigotry. The populism is all gone. He graduated from being a fake populist to a Fox News grandpa to now a QAnon weirdo. That ain't gonna win no national election, dog. And so he understands that, hey, at least I have to downplay this a little more than I am, which is why he tried to get them to put the finger down. That's why he did it. But that ain't gonna help you when you're retruthing QAnon weirdos every other day on Truth Social, and he is doing that. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.